Welcome to Key Skill 2. We're going to be sticking with long division of polynomials and just looking at examples that are a little bit quirky. It's such a good skill to have for your whole, I want to say life skill, but it's such a good skill to have for your math career. Now, the first one we're going to be looking at is find the remainder when we've got a cubic divided by a linear divisor here, x minus 1. And all the previous examples, we've had a zero remainder, which means it's a perfect factor. Okay, you're going to get more to that in the next key skill. But let's get going. If we have to calculate the remainder using long division, the process is exactly the same. We're going to be setting up our blocks. I'm going to go a little bit faster now because I hope you've kind of got the hang of this one now. Okay, first block, here we go. Okay, 3x cubed divided by x, 3x squared, multiply, multiply. Blocks are finished, let's subtract. Okay, this would be 0, and this would be 5x squared. Drag down from the top. Okay, let's divide the top left. 5x squared divided by what's on the left here, divided by x is 5x. Multiply, multiply, x times 5x, 5x squared, minus 1 times by 5x, minus 5x. Okay, so minus 5x minus minus, so that's a double minus, would actually be 0x, okay? Now, don't worry, we're going to just keep working this exactly like we did before. What's 0x divided by x? Well, that's 0. So, multiply again. X times 0, 0x, minus 1 times 0 is going to be 0. Oh, that needs to be in red. And then to calculate the remainder, we would do subtract. So 0x take away 0x is obviously nothing. 7 take away 0 is 7. And that's going to be our remainder. We can't keep going because this has got a lower degree than the x. So you couldn't do 7 divided by x. I suppose you could, but once you get below a power x, if this is the highest power here is x, you need to stop. So our remainder is 7, and we can write it down like this. 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus divided by x minus 1 equals to 3x squared plus 5x. And you always put the remainder also with the divisor, okay? Because if you think about it, if you're going to write it on the top, you would write this divided by this. So 7 over x minus 1. Okay, so that's our first example where we didn't have 0 as a remainder. Process is exactly the same. You've just got to add this little bit here, the remainder divided by the divisor onto your answer. Okay, is x minus 4 a factor of this? Is x minus 2 a factor of this? To determine if something is a factor, you should know that a factor means that it has a 0 remainder, okay? So we need to do long division here twice to decide which ones are factors, which ones leave us no remainders. We've also got now a power 4, which means the process is a little bit longer, but exactly the same. So we'll start with x minus 4. Here we go. 2x cubed divided by x is going to be 2x cubed. Multiply back. X times 2x cubed is 2x to the power of 4. Minus 4 times 2x cubed is minus 8x cubed. We subtract, okay, to start the next block. 2x to the power of 4, subtract 2x to the power of 4, nothing. Minus 9x cubed minus minus 8x cubed is minus 1x cubed. We drag down. Okay, we start the next one by doing divide. Minus x cubed divided by x is minus 1x squared. Multiply and multiply again, minus 4. Like that double minus will make us a plus 4x squared. Subtract. You can see we can go a little bit faster now. We've got the idea. This will be 0 when we subtract. Plus 4x squared minus 4x squared will be x squared. We drag down the next one, minus 4. Oh, sorry, minus 3x is the next one. Space that out a little bit. So the next one to drag down is minus 3x. This will be plus x. X squared minus 4x. Subtract. We're running out of colours. Which colours do we have next? Pink. Okay, this would be 0. Minus 3x, double minus on the 4x would make a plus, so that would be plus 1x. Drag down the minus 4. 1x divided by x would be plus 1. And the final step, x, and here, minus 4. Now you can see when we're going to calculate the remainder, x minus x is 0, minus 4 minus minus 4 will be 0. So because that is a 0 remainder, okay, this is in fact a factor. 0 remainder is a factor. Okay, let's have a look at the same idea for x minus 2. Okay, here we go. 2x4 divided by x, 2x cubed. First one is always divide, don't forget. Multiply, multiply. 2x4. Here, minus 4x cubed. Subtract. That would be minus 5x cubed. Drag down. Minus 5x cubed divided by x would be minus 5x squared. Minus 5x squared. Multiply. Minus 5x cubed. Plus 10, double minus, and 2 times 5, 10x squared. Okay, here we go. Subtract. That would be 0. 5x squared minus 10x squared would be minus 5x squared. Drag down the next one. This one would be minus 5x. And then we multiply to get the next line. Plus 10x. Here we go. This is going to be minus 13x. Minus 3 minus 10. Drag down the 4. Here we go. That would be minus 13 because minus 13x divided by x. And then last line here, multiply. Minus 13x, 2 times minus 2 times minus 13 be plus 26. And when we subtract, that would be 0 here. And we can see that the remainder would be minus 30. So this has got a non-zero remainder. So because of that, this is not a factor, okay? There's going to be a quicker way to do this later on, but it's good to know from the beginning. Now, in example 3, we're going to look at division, but where we can see we've got 3 terms in our divisor, okay? So we start the same. What we're going to divide by, or the dividend, or what we're going to divide, goes here, underneath the little umbrella, okay? And over here, we need a bit more space. We put all 3 terms, okay? Now, in this case, we're going to bring back the blocks, just to be clear. We're going to be working in 3 across and 2 down, okay? Because we've got 3 terms in the divisor, we're going to be working in blocks that have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. The process is going to be exactly the same, but at the end, we're going to multiply by each of the 3 to fill up these ones here. So we're going to start with divide. So 6x cubed divided by 6x squared is just x. We're going to put that here. Keep all your columns nice and neat. So this is the x column. I'm going to put this in purple so we can see where that's come from. Okay, so this has come from block 1. So now we're going to multiply. 6x squared times by x is 6x cubed. Okay. 7x times by x would be 7x squared. Okay, last one we're going to do. Minus 3 times by x is minus 3x. So pretty much the same system, but we've added an extra column on. And when we multiply by each one of the 3 terms in the divisor. Now let's calculate the remainder. 6x cubed subtract 6x cubed is nothing. We're going to have the next one being green. Minus 23x squared subtract 7x squared would be minus 30x squared. Okay. Now we're going to have minus 38x minus minus, so that would be plus. So minus 38x plus 3x would be minus 35x. And the last one we always drag down from the top, so plus 15. Okay, so this is going to be our new block of 3. Okay, the first one is always divide. So minus 30x squared divided by 6x squared is going to be minus 5. Okay. So let's fill in the bottom row real fast. 6x squared times by minus 5 would be minus 30x squared. Plus 7 times minus 5 plus 7x would be minus 35x. And the last one in green, minus 3 times minus 5 is plus 15. You can see that that's actually going to have a 0 remainder. All of these would be 0. So that's how you work when you have 3 terms in the divisor. In example 4, we're going to be looking at dividends or divisors, it could work either way, that have missing terms. So what I decide as a missing term is, if I was putting this here and I put 3x cubed minus 8x minus 8, I'm going to run into a lot of problems. You want to have a column for each power. So for example, if your highest column is x cubed, you want to have x cubed, x squared, x, then your number. So you can see here, you haven't got anything in the x squared section. So what I do is I put in a 0x squared here. Now the same for your divisor. And in this case, our divisor, x minus 2, isn't missing any terms. But if you had, for example, 6x squared minus 3, I would also make sure that here I've got x squared, x, and a number. And if I'm missing anything, I would just get around that by adding a 0. So let's go quickly. 3x cubed divided by x would be 3x squared. Multiply. X times 3x squared is 3x cubed. Minus 2 times 3x squared is minus 6x squared. Subtract. So 0 minus 6x squared, or 0x squared, would be 6x squared. Drag down the minus 8. Again, continue like normal now. So 6x squared divided by x would be plus 6x. Multiply. 6x squared minus 2 times 6x would be minus 12x. We've finished our block. Subtract. This would be 0. Minus 8x, double minus on the 12 makes plus, so that would be 4x minus 8. And divide. 4x, that's where the minus 8 comes from. So this would be 4x, so plus 4. 4x. And then minus 2 times 4 would be minus 8. So it would be 0. So that's how you do long division if you're missing a term or you don't have a term with that power, okay? Just add here a 0 in to make sure you've got one column for each. So we've got an x cubed, we've got x squared, we've got an x, and we've got a number here. That's really important. All the descending powers of x. The last one in this key skill I've added because it's going to really help you later on with your graphs, okay? So here we've got to do 3x minus 4 divided by x plus 2. So here we go. We're dividing 3x minus 4 by x plus 2. So dividend divider, remember our quotient's going to go up there, just so you remember these words. 3x divided by x is 3. Okay? Now we can do x times 3 would be 3x, and 2 times 3 would be plus 6. Okay, we can calculate the remainder here. That would be nothing. That would be minus 10. So if you wanted to write it here, you would do remainder minus 10 over x plus 2. And we can add that on if you like. So we can write the final answer like this. Divided by x plus 2 is equal to 3 minus 10 over x plus 2. Put that in the middle. And that's us done. You know everything you need to know about long division of polynomials. We're going to be moving on to the factor theorem in key skill 3. Make sure before you move on, you've completed all your key skill questions on our website, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.